Okay, welcome to this podcast where I'm probably going to be stressed through the whole thing.
Whoa, hey! Whoa!
Oh, fuck.
Yeah! Whoa, yeah!
I like the energy. I'm gonna match it, we're gonna go with it. Now you do one!
But hey, yeah!
Ah!
I didn't like
I took it too far. I just want to formally apologise. It's Jude's birthday! Yeah! Cheers! But not really. It's not really just birthday.
I'm 23. I don't like it, you know.
What's up with being 23?
Yeah, no one likes me. I've never had any friends. I've never even kissed a girl yet.
And not even liked it?
No.
Oh god, we don't have the rights to that.
No.
What did you get for your birthday?
I got a car.
Oh, great, you ungrateful sod. Oh, fucking hate being 23. I only got given a car. Son of a bitch.
I didn't like it. It wasn't even a Range Rover.
What car is it? Tell us about it.
It is a Toyota. I always want to say a Hago. I want to call it a Hago. And it's like Hago.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I know what a Toyota Aygo is.
No, that's not what I meant. Do you know what it is? We're joined by Jasmine as well today. The sweet young lady who doesn't know what a Hago is. You know it's the e-girl face.
You know the stupid face that e-girls pull and they think it makes them either quirky or attractive? And
Yeah. Why don't you demonstrate to the video version?
Don't do it. I really don't
do it.
like
Get some more viewers. It'll be great.
I really don't like it. I really don't like seeing people.
Why did you get a car that's named after it then?
I didn't. I got it bought for me.
Fucking. It's the Toyota Aygo then. Okay, it's a small car. Is it what? Is it new? It's pre-owned, isn't it?
It's pre-owned. Yeah. There's a little stuff on the front, but it's fine. That'll come right out.
You are not going to try and get that out, are you?
No, I mean my new rich dad's gonna do it for me.
How old is the car?
I have no idea. I think maybe.
Have you seen the number plate?
I have.
What are the numbers on the number plate? Don't tell the whole number plate out, but what's the numbers?
Well, it's.
You don't know, do you?
No, I actually know the number plate off by heart, but the thing is, I can't say it because I know that like there's like a 20 plate and a 21 plate, but it's the only number that's
just go in your head and then do the two numbers and then that's it. 0 and 8. Are those the two numbers?
I think it might.
Okay, well it's from 2008 then.
Okay.
Well, it could be 2018.
That would be 1-8.
Oh, it would be, yeah. Yeah, I think. Yeah, it would.
It would be 1-8 or 58.
So it's from 2008 then. So it's a pretty old car then. It's that my first car was from 2008.
Yes.
So
yes.
Fucking hell, that were a fast to try and get out of you, weren't it? Jesus. Right. Did you get anything else? Was that it?
That was it. That's all I've gotten. But that's all really I needed.
Well, fair enough. We're gonna go to TGI Fridays later and watch The King's Man.
Yeah. Which
I've not got a lot of hope for, as we've said before on the podcast. The King's, they've already gone to a prequel in that series of movies, and I don't know. But speaking of movies, franchises that have gone on for too long, there's all sorts of shit to talk about this podcast, by the way, so listen through it all, because we'll be bouncing around all sorts of interesting stuff that some boring people are telling you about. Eternals. The movie Eternals.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No, I've watched a review on it. I've not.
It's not bad. It's not a bad movie.
Okay.
It's above average, but there's some things to not like about that movie. Like some quite significant things. Like the accents are all over the place, which I kind of understand that in space, like, who knows what accents are, it kind of makes sense, but it's kind of just like, I don't know, it feels a bit odd. There's, like, some of the casting isn't great, the acting actually isn't that good, the story is kind of, like, fine, yeah, I guess it's alright, it's not anything special, but it didn't blow me away, and then, there's just stuff like how it ends, I don't know, it just weren't a fantastic movie, the costume design, it felt like a DC movie. Rather than a Marvel movie, you know?
Yeah.
It felt like that, and it was just kind of like, which, especially being as they've got essentially a Superman rip-off character in it as well. I don't know, it was alright. And then, there's, what's very telling, right, is at the end there was like the Marvel end credits kind of thing, and Jon Snow, and who everyone's always referring to him as Jon Snow, not the actual character he plays or even the actor. That's already a problem. Jon Snow apparently is another. He's special as well, because everyone has to be fucking special for some reason in that movie.
Right.
Eternals.
No, they're not. Not all the humans on the Earth are Eternals, though. As well, it's like just the main characters, and so. He kind of opens his sword, and I was thinking, oh, is he going to be Moon Knight? No, he's not. They're doing someone else's Moon Knight, and someone else too famous is playing Moon Knight.
He's kind of famous, yeah.
He was in the fucking Star Wars movies!
Yeah, but, whatever. He wasn't a big one.
No, he is definitely a big one. He's definitely too famous. It's frustrating. But the worst bit about it, weirdly, the worst bit was in the end credits scene where he picks up this sword, or is about to pick up this sword, and you hear a voice say, "You sure about that, fella?" or something like that. Now, the character who says that has been confirmed as being Blade.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, that in itself isn't a bad thing, right? The Blade movies, I've got one of them on DVD to watch for us. They're really good. The thing is, the person they're getting to play Blade is called, I think you pronounce it Mahershala Ali.
Okay.
Do you know that guy?
No.
Shall I pull him up?
Yeah.
Can you get your junk off my desk? Mahershala Ali. He's very famous. Mahershala Ali. I'm sorry, it's not racist. I just can't pronounce his name. That's him. This guy. You know him? You know this guy?
I don't know him, but
Surely you've seen him in
don't
something.
see
I've
it.
never seen.
Yeah, he's in. What movies is he in? He's in Moonlight,
Not seen it.
Green Book.
Not seen it.
Those are very Oscar-y things. You need to be way closer. He's in Hunger Games movies. He was the voice in Spider-Man. He's in Alita Battle Angel. He's in all sorts of stuff. He was in Predators. He's a very Oscar-y type fella, and loads of people know him. But the main problem with that is he's already in the fucking MCU.
Right.
He plays the first big bad guy in Luke Cage. He's in Luke Cage for like 2 seasons.
Right. Okay.
At least 1 season. So it's like,
Yeah.
well, you gonna. It's just ridiculous, really, isn't it? And it's annoying because they're messing up from the cinematic universe, and it's just anyway.
Well, that's good. That's good, I suppose.
In real life, though, like people have like who look like them. They could get away with claiming it's just that.
But why though? There's so many good actors that aren't as famous as that, and that haven't been in it, and that they could pay less, and it just wouldn't matter. In fact, there's loads of if what they're trying to do is make people watch the Blade movie when that comes out because it's got a famous name attached to it. There's loads of famous black actors you could pick from as well.
I think they should go and make Kyle Gass. Do you think? I think it would have been a good Blade.
Wait, what?
Kyle Gass.
Just the other guy from Tenacious D.
The other guy from Tenacious D, Kyle Gass. You're
fucking high, aren't you?
Well, no, but I mean,
Christ.
Why do you not think Kyle Gass would have been a good Blade?
He's not black for a start. Although, having said that, that shouldn't necessarily be a factor within these multiple universe kind of dealios.
In the MCU universe, Kyle Gass could be Blade.
You know what? He could be.
He could be, yeah.
He could be. Do you know what? Weirdly, it'd make more sense than the guy who's actually playing him. Because the guy who's actually playing him is someone else in the cinematic universe, whereas Kyle Gass isn't.
Yeah, Kyle Gass isn't in the cinematic universe yet, so he should be up for Blade.
I think I'm with it. Are we all agreed? I think I think we've taken a vote, and we'll ring up Marvel and get it all changed.
Yeah, Kyle Gass. Yeah,
I think that's fine. Judd, I wanted you to help me out with something. when we visited our dad's out of hospital, by the way. Last podcast we were on about that and being like, hey, he might die. And then we've gone a whole 10 minutes in this next podcast and not even acknowledged it at all.
But people needed to know that Kyle Gass deserves to be played over whether or not our dad had died and choked to death in his own fucking bile in hospital.
Oh, God. No, he's out of hospital, so we went to visit him and give him like his birthday presents and things like that. And I don't know. One thing we were on about like random shit, and we were on about his best mate Jeff.
Yeah.
And how he had pneumonia as well or something, and it came up of some story of where he were like getting sucked off in a car park or something like that. And do you remember that whole story?
Yeah, I remember the whole story. I remember the entire story.
I've forgotten it. Will you recount this story for us?
So what happened essentially
Onto the microphone.
What happened essentially is...
By the way, sorry, I'm going to interrupt this straight away. Judd's been doing podcasts with me for multiple years. Jasmine's literally got a degree in media studies, and neither of them know how to speak at a microphone. Go.
Right, so Jeff was in the parking lot with this lady who wasn't his wife. And he was... I think we've
accelerated right to the climax of this story. How did this... Like, what do you mean? He wasn't just randomly in a car park.
I don't know, they've been going out. They've been, like, drinking out with each other or something, and they were, like, a friend of theirs.
What, like our dad and Jeff?
Yeah, had been going out drinking, and then this woman was also drinking with them that knew him for some reason. And at some point, Jeff was, like, getting something out of his car, and... This is the story according to him. He told us.
Did Jeff tell us, or did our dad tell us?
Well, no. This is what Jeff told us. He said that he was getting his jacket out of the car and he was putting his jacket on. Now, when he was getting his jacket on, his arms got stuck in the jacket. So, of course, immediately as he was trapped in this viper's like trap, she started sucking him off. This woman.
Yeah, while he was trapped,
because he couldn't get his arms out. So he was like, "No, what are you doing? I'm married." And she's just sucking him off. When of course that's not what happened. He wanted a cheeky blowjob from this lass that he knew, but I think like Dad found him or something, and that was his excuse. He's like, well, I tried to fend her off, but my arms were stuck in the jacket, so she just sucked me off, and there was nothing I could do about it.
Oh God. And I'm pretty sure, wasn't this when he was like married or something?
Yeah. This is when he was married, and that.
Yikes.
Or at least in a long-term relationship or something. I don't know.
But apparently they've done it to each other all the time. Like they're just constantly cheating on each other. So.
Good marriage.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad everyone knows about it now. As we've told our thousands of listeners. In fact, it's probably safer us telling it here than just like random people on the street. To be honest.
Yeah.
God. He is a bit of a specimen, Jeff, but I thought that was a funny stuff. If you want to see our facial reactions to that, you can see the video version of this podcast on the Streams Badly YouTube channel, or you can get it live at twitch.tv/streamsbadly. If you don't want to see our ugly mugs, then you can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all good podcast streaming platforms. If you want to tell us something, like, oh, that were a shit podcast, what the fuck are you all doing? Then tweet at tweetsbadly, or you can chat in the Twitch chat or anything like that and donate and all that shit. Send us money.
Good.
It's Judd's birthday. Come on, send us some money. Am I right? Jasmine doesn't get any money. Judd.
Yeah.
It's been a new year.
Yeah, it's been a new year for a bit.
Yeah, so yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Right, okay.
So new year, new me,
right,
as they say. That's not what I say. I say new year, new impossible task to do.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
So, I'm going on a quest.
Okay.
I'm going to figure out the meaning of life.
Okay, right.
I'm not joking. I'm going to do it.
Alright, okay.
I've downloaded an audiobook. That's all I'll need. That's all I'll need. I'm just going to listen to this audiobook and then I'll have figured it out.
Right.
But You're in so much despair already. What's your problem? I'm gonna do it.
Okay, what audiobooks? Is it written by Gwyneth Paltrow then? That seems like a book she'd write.
No, it's. I'll tell you what it's called. Right, you big bastard. What's it called? It's called The Meaning of Life: Perspectives from the World's Great Intellectual Traditions by Professor J.L. Garfield.
Okay.
It's got a bunch of rocks on the cover.
That's how you know that's how you're gonna find meaning in life. If it's like a small arrangement of like circular stones on top of each other.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Some sort of great.
No, but it's actually 36 different lectures from the leading professor on the topic of the meaning of life.
Ooh, that'll make me want to find the meaning of life. Listen to a bunch of old white guys talk for fucking.
No. It's not a bunch of old white guys. It's one old white guy.
Okay, it's one old white guy. Yeah, cool.
No, he's very passionate about it. It's good. It's good. But no, I've been enjoying it actually. It's a good book.
Okay.
I can't read, so I have to listen to it.
That's fair.
But he's telling me about it. Well, I don't even know if actually it's a book. I think it is just audio recordings of him doing a lecture. But
in his padded cell in a fucking.
But I'm going to tell you what I've learnt so far.
Okay.
So the reason I've come to this like kind of point to want to do this is because it's been a new year, and it's like, when a new year starts, you've done all this stuff from the past year, and it's kind of like, right, what am I going to do now then? What am I going to be doing like for this year, essentially? So I couldn't figure out like what to decide on doing, because I was like, whenever I thought of something, it's like, well, why though? Like, why should I do that? Like, what's the point? And then you keep extrapolating that up, and then it's like, why are we all doing anything? What's the fucking point? Why are you going about doing all this shit to everything? Like, everyone's always... Things are doing stuff, people are doing stuff, everything's all going about doing a load of crap. Why are they all doing that for?
Yeah.
It's like, what's the point in doing anything? Yeah. So I'm like, right, well, I'm going to have to figure out the meaning of life, otherwise I'm not going to do anything, am I? So...
Right, we need to get this down to an exact science. What is it all for fucks? Everybody stop.
Yeah,
Everybody
exactly.
stop doing everything that they're doing. Right, what the fuck? Why are we doing it?
Yeah, that's my whole point.
Okay.
So that's why I'm doing my quest. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get some audiobooks. I'm going to listen to all the experts, see all their opinions, and then I'm going to...
The one expert.
No, because he's collected... Essentially, he's collected a bunch of, like, of the most, like, kind of... I don't want to say best reviewed text, because that sounds like I'm talking about Rotten Tomatoes, but it's actually like the Bible and stuff. But
can I ask how many of these like compiled theses and shit are from like people who are dead, like long dead sort of philosophers?
Well, some of them are, yeah. Okay, not all of them are.
So
like
you're saying
maybe
that
half,
I've got to listen to a bunch of dead guys tell me the meaning of life?
No.
A second.
Look, right.
They aren't gonna say on it anymore. They don't get to tell me the meaning.
Just
of life.
because their life is over doesn't mean it was meaningless.
Well, no, but clearly they didn't get it right, or else they wouldn't have died.
No, it's not. I'm not searching for immortality. That's a different quest. I'll go on that quest next. I'll go on that can be my next impossible quest.
I thought when you learn the meaning of life, you just become immortal. Because then you get
Jesus,
to live it
bitch.
forever.
No, you don't become immortal. But so he starts off right, basically kind of giving you the overview of. Yeah, we'll try one of those. Before I get into that, we're gonna try this beer and give you our review of that. So the box of these beers. So it's Codebreaker Lager. Okay. Starring Guy Gibson and Barnes Wallace. It actually says that on the can. It actually says that. I'm not even joking. And my favourite bit is that it feels like it references that Rick and Morty. I knew you would know that because it says two brothers, a family home that's
Billeted.
World War II pilots. If only these walls could talk. It sounds like that. One. Anyway. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, it might be mildly fizzy because Jasmine dropped these beers everywhere.
Oh, nice.
So just wipe them on your trousers and then taste it. And what do we think of this?
It's like an IPA, isn't it?
No, it's a lager, but
What?
it tastes. Yeah, it's a lager, but it tastes like. I know what you mean. It's got some weird kind of hoppiness to it, hasn't it?
Yeah. Well, it says ingredients hops.
Oh, that's the only. It tastes like. This is not a good. I actually kind of like this beer.
I'm not a fan.
I don't know if I like it more than that Moretti, but I kind of like this beer. However, it does taste like someone's just put a tiny bit of soap in a regular lager. Anyway, yeah, so this philosophy journey I've been going on, the professor kind of tells us that it's the professor from Futurama. He kind of tells us, like, kind of the scope of what we're looking at. So the first thing is that he kind of puts it in perspective. We're looking at the meaning, well, it's essentially the purpose of human life, specifically. So not like cow life. Just human life. So...
What about fish life?
Well, you know the point where I said just human life?
I know, but
Would that include fish?
I also wanted to know a bit about fish life, though.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, I said just human life. Have you ever had a fish encompassed in the bracket of human?
No, but I'm just saying that I want to also know about fish life.
Why don't you go on your own fucking quest then?
Okay,
For the purpose of fish life.
I'll learn the meaning of fish life then.
Yeah, and I'll do this one.
Okay.
Fucking dickhead. Anyway, so he puts that in, and I was thinking, well, that's not quite what I was searching for. It's not quite big enough. I wanted initially to know the purpose of all existence, rather than just human life. So, the purpose of just human life has to be smaller than the purpose of all existence, doesn't it? It has to be.
You'd think so, yeah.
Well, it has to be, because there's other things that exist other than human life. There's an infinite amount of other things that exist other than human life. But what's crazy about that is, that means this question of the purpose of human life is infinitely big. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah? Is that, are you following that? But also, the purpose of all existence is also infinitely big. Yet, it has to be bigger than the purpose of human life. So, this infinity has to be bigger than another infinity. Even though infinity is surely, like, you can't get bigger.
Yes, I see.
Crazy, huh?
Yes.
You can also prove that with maths.
Right.
There's a great number file video where you can prove that with maths. So I'm going to do that right now.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. That one's too boring even for me. No, it's actually a really interesting video. I liked it a lot.
I think
but
that one viewer would just drop
yeah,
down.
our one Twitch viewer's instantly just gone. Boop. Somehow it's gone to -1. I don't know how that happened, but yeah. No, so that's, I found that quite interesting, especially being as I was already aware of this kind of number file concept of some infinities can be bigger than the others. But the thing is, I was mildly disappointed. I was kind of like, okay, I wanted to know the purpose of all existence, but you're going to just tell me the purpose of human life, or we're going to try and learn the purpose of human life. However, when I thought about it further, I thought, you know what? It doesn't matter. The purpose of all existence doesn't matter, because I'm not all existence. I can't be part of all existence. So, really, the biggest thing that a human can ever know and ever kind of aim towards with their knowledge and thoughts and actions upon that is the purpose of their own life, specifically. Because I'm not you either, am I? So the purpose of your existence doesn't fucking matter to me. If the purpose of your existence is linked to mine, then fine, but it's still irrelevant. All I'm kind of involved with is the purpose of my own personal existence. That sounds very selfish, but when you think about it, it's kind of it's impossible not to be like that. Are you following?
Is that it then? Did you get it?
What, am I done?
Yeah.
No, I'm not done by a long way. Like, what? I still don't know what the purpose
The
is.
meaning of life
I
in
just
2 hours.
this is literally the first 2 minutes of this 20-hour audio book, Jude. Okay, so are you following with that? Though? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does it?
It does, yes.
Are you
it
just
makes
saying
sense.
yeah to
No,
make
it
sure
makes-
I get through this?
No, it makes sense. It does make sense.
Okay, you've
yeah.
got that right. Okay, I'm going to take a sip of beer.
Okay. Now,
Delicious beer.
what about
Shut the fuck up,
What
Jim.
about monkeys?
So- Oh shit!
They're
You've
quite
ruined my whole argument.
Quite close to humans. They're like
You've turned it all upside down. I don't know. You're gonna have to go. Who's gonna take monkeys' lives? Are you gonna take? Who's gonna take fish? Who's gonna take monkeys' lives?
I'll do both.
I'll
do fish and monkey lives.
Steady on.
Well,
you don't want to work too hard.
I already know the meaning of
You
my life.
don't want to discover too much.
Yeah, exactly. So the first text that he talks about is the Bhagavad-Gita.
Okay.
I've lost you, haven't I?
So about a bag.
Well, I think it's a book. I think it's meant to be the book of Ad-Gita, but they say the bag. I don't know. So
this guy can't tell me the meaning of all human existence.
No.
He doesn't even know if it's a bag or a book. I can tell the difference between them there, things. I'm not no philosopher.
The philosopher knows. It's the Indian people who don't know, apparently, Judd.
The entire Indian population.
Yeah, exactly. So, the kind of bit of this book that talks about the meaning of life is it's kind of done in a story, as kind of similar to how the Bible is. This book isn't like it's kind of referred to a bit as the Indian Bible, but it's not quite like that. It's not quite used like that. So this story within that is there's a dude.
Yeah.
There's a spunk in a woman.
I'm with you.
Yeah. You like that bit?
Yeah.
Has a son.
Cool.
I would argue differently. I don't think having a child is quite cool.
I mean, now if you would have said had a daughter, then I would have been angry, but...
It's a joke. It's all jokes.
And so would have the Indian people, am I right?
Well, back in those days, they actually would have. That's kind of part of this, actually.
Oh, nice.
And then, same fella, spunks in a woman again.
Yeah.
Don't know if it was the same woman. Probably was. Has another son, right?
Okay.
First,
two for two.
Two for two?
It's doing good, yeah.
First son, he could be the new king. Oh, yeah. He's blind.
Oh, they're blind.
Fucked it. I can't have a blind king for some reason in India. No. I don't know. That's how it works. But at least back in the day. Next son, nice one.
Yes.
Looking fit and healthy.
Not blind.
Not blind.
Nice.
But not only one eye works, 2 eyes working.
That's all
and
right.
somehow he's got a third eye working as well. No, that's not true. That bit's not. And this, so it's okay. Both of those lads, right? Both of those ones, spunking a woman.
Right. Not the mother. Different woman for the
different woman. Yeah. Right. Son 1.
Okay.
As a boy. Right. Great success.
Yeah. This is going great.
Son number 2.
Yeah.
No child.
Oh no.
He's fucked it. Yeah. He's fucked it. So essentially what happens is, long story short, son number 1 is blind. He can't be king. Son number 2 ends up having to be king. Except infertile. Can't be king. So son number 1 has like 100 kids. Son number 2 goes into the forest and a bunch of gods craft him some children. Nah, I've lost you again, haven't I?
Okay.
Right, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just think Minecraft rules.
Oh, so he got like blocks of wool blocks, and then they put them in like a certain way, and there was like a pop to get out.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So basically, a bunch of shit happens, and these 2 sons that have had, they're a bit like they're about to have a big old war as to who should be the ruler of the kingdom, because they've both got a pretty legitimate claim to it. Like, there's no really they can't say one way or another, and the old fella who had all these kids to start with, he's having a bit of an issue because, how does he pick a side?
Right.
So he asks his like taxi driver, basically. He's not a taxi driver, but you're not a cultural fella, are you? So I'm gonna go with his taxi driver.
Okay.
He drives them about.
Yeah.
They don't have cars in those days. He drives up.
He's like a Sherpa.
Yep, sure. He's not actually like that at all, but yeah, sure, go with that. Okay. So he asks one of his horse rider man for advice. Turns out this horse rider man's the king of the Indian gods. Just is on his side.
They like to do that kind of.
Yeah, they do. It's like the Brobel. Zeus has always been in the Brobel, being like, "Yeah, I'm fucking your friend. Who stay at my bar." I don't know. You know what they're like. Anyway, so
they're kind.
you know these multiple god lot. They do things like that. So he's asking him for advice. So he basically gives him the ultimately godly advice, the best advice you can get on the meaning of life, which is to be used to solve this kind of problem. So what he says is, there's kind of like three dealios. Okay? There's action, knowledge, and devotion. Okay? So his first point is, you can't abstain from this because you have to act. Always have to act. You can't do nothing. Now, I know you've given that some good try.
Yeah, no, listen, I don't think this god's got it all figured out.
Look, in doing nothing, you're still doing something. You're choosing to lay in bed and breathe rather than stabbing someone.
I'm not choosing. I'll tell you right now, I'm not choosing to breathe. If I could give that up in an instant, I would.
Well, so the point is, you can't not act. Now, acting without knowing why you're acting or what you're doing or anything like that, so acting without any knowledge of why or what you're doing is completely pointless. It does next to nothing. You may as well just be like, I don't know, an amoeba with no brain in you, just doing things because you've no knowledge of it. So that's where the knowledge comes into the part of life. And then your devotion. This is devoting that action and knowledge towards the greatest good possible. So you have to know what the meaning of life is, essentially, so that you can do those things to aim for it. Right? And you have to make sure that your actions are like
not interested.
Go on.
Right? So, and then part of that devotion is discipline. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
So, if you have to be free to take your actions and your devotion and learn this knowledge to be able to do it. And they say that the true freedom, right, is freeing yourself from your natural urges. Because if you're just acting upon all these kind of impulses and things like that, they're the most random, kind of uncontrollable things possible. So if you're always giving into, I just want to do this, and just going and doing that, you've got no freedom. Because you're just bouncing about everywhere and you can't do anything.
You're a slave to you.
Yeah, you're a slave to your urge. So if you discipline yourself, you can then take knowledgeable action towards the actual greatest goods that are not to do with your stupid little,
feelings.
What if I want to wank my cock though? What if I get a sudden urge to wank my cock?
And you're a slave to your actions.
Well, no. Well, if we know that if I discover the meaning of life, right, and I discover that you wanking your big old donger will help towards that, then brilliant. We've cracked it.
Okay.
Oh, we've wanked it, so to say.
Yeah, no.
But when I discover the meaning, I'm saying when because I'm confident. When I discover the meaning of life, if it means zero donger tugging, then I'm convinced I'll not tug another donger in my life, mine or anyone else's. Oh God.
I just don't see the point then, because I thought if anything, learning the meaning of life would lead to more donger touching.
Well, this is the point. If you do see the point, then you'll see the point in not doing it. Do you know what I'm saying? If you know the meaning of life, then you will see the point in not doing it. That's the whole point.
But what if the meaning of life is to touch my cock, though?
That's fine then.
All right, okay. Well, I've decided that the meaning of life is to touch my cock.
How do you know that you can just decide what the meaning of life is?
Because
of the wonderful things he does.
Yeah. That's essentially what
we're off to see the wizard. Maybe the Wizard of Oz will know.
Yeah, maybe we should go to the Emerald City and ask Wizard of Oz if it's okay for me to wank my fat cock.
I think we got on a tangent. Look, so that's what that first one does. It boils down to that. There's another thing that happens, which is basically the same thing. And then he goes to Greece, and I've listened to a little bit about kind of Greek philosophy on it, and they say something like really similar, except the only additional thing they say is there's kind of a hierarchical kind of feed. It goes up and up. So you start with, like, at the bottom is like slaves, then like women, then men. No, it's a joke. It's a joke. That's a joke because it was olden days and no one knew what they were doing. And he didn't even say that. It's all a joke. Anyway, I'm terrified of getting cancelled.
Why then are you listening to this book if it's just a bunch of old people talking about shit that doesn't fucking matter anymore?
No, it still matters. Don't worry. It matters more than anything else. That's the whole thing, Judd. It's the meaning of life. So his hierarchical kind of thing is the example that he gave was, so it's like, why do you shoe your horse? I need to give my horse a shoe so that it can run faster. and you want your horse to run faster so that you can get a better price from it by selling it to the armies. And the armies need a better horse because they will need to win wars. And the wars need to be won because it'll make you get more land for your people, so you can expand more. You need to expand more because it all feeds up and up into another thing and another thing. So that's something. And his argument that right at the top of it would be the meaning of life, and that's kind of, you need to keep thinking and searching. Why is that for that? Why what is that for? What's that for? What's that for? But the thing is, as well, it could all just be wrong. So. That's why I'm listening to it and determining it.
Okay.
And the thing is, because I could say to like Aristotle, who thought that, well, why is it a pyramid feeding up into each other? Why isn't it a circle? What if that expanding the land is to mean that there's more horses so that you can shoe more horses? In which case it's a big old circle, you know?
And you're saying that at the top of this pyramid is going to be the answer to why I touch my cock.
It would tell you why you're touching your cock. That's what I can say.
Right. Okay.
Is that
See,
your?
Now
that...
I'm with it. No, that's my end game. That's
cool.
my
Cool. Okay. Good. We did it. Jasmine, why do you touch your cock?
And maybe that's the meaning of life.
It could be.
Again.
It could be. No, I don't think we're ready yet. Right. Well, that's what I've done. Anyway, what I thought we could do for a little bit, okay, is so last podcast I mentioned that we'd be doing a podcast on Judd's top 5 favourite Warhammer people and my top 5 favourite sneaker kind of models. I'm guessing you're not ready to do
I'm not
yours
ready.
yet.
I'm not ready.
Do you think you'll need an entire podcast for that?
I do actually, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I do actually think I need a podcast for that.
I'm going to do a choose your own topic. Do we want to brainstorm some matching tattoo ideas for me and Judd? Or shall I do my presentation on my top 5 shoes? We're going to live on the podcast. You two are going to decide which one. Go. I think I could do my shoes in this
I
time.
think we should choose, and then I'll have my Warhammers next week.
Okay. Can you both remember to talk into the microphone then?
Can you remember the meaning of life?
Mm.
It's stroking my cock.
It's all that stuff that I've talked about already. It's all of that. Okay. So, I'll bring up my top 5 favourite shoes. This is not going to be massively interesting to everyone, I don't think. But it's part of a little thing that I wanted to do. You've just got to indulge me and Judd, okay? Just got to indulge us. We're going to tell you about stuff that we like, and you have to fucking listen, okay? That's that. Okay. Let me start my slideshow. Got a presentation. If you're watching the video version of this, you can see my presentation on it all. Okay.
My favourite shoe silhouette.
So
This is the saddest thing I've ever seen.
Excuse me. The whole point of this is to be encouraging about what each other likes. I'm sure it'll be much more fucking sad and ridiculous when Judd tells us about his favourite little men that he likes.
No, my one's sick, dude. I've got an awesome list here.
You little bitch. Right, okay. So, I've got some honourable mentions. I've got a lot of honourable mentions, okay? Because there's a lot of shoes that I like. So, my honourable mentions are, I'm going to read them out real quick. There is Air Max 97/1, the Sean Witherspoon kind of model of that. There's the Nike Air Mags. Those are the replica versions of the ones from Back to the Future. A lot of Michael Jordan models. There's Jordan 3s, Jordan 11s, Jordan 2s, Jordan 5s, Jordan 6s, Jordan 12s, and Jordan 10s. Those are the models that I like. There's a bunch of Air Max models that I actually really like. There's Air Max 1, Air Max 97, Air Max 95, and Air Max 90. The Vans Bugs Brooks WC shoes. These are the first shoes that I ordered because I like and was really excited for them, rather than just needing a pair of shoes. And
they're the weird ones.
You remember me ordering. Yeah, they've got a lot of prints and stuff. Bapesters.
Batista.
Yeah, the Batista. Yeezys, Yeezy 350 V2s and V1s. The Yeezy 500s, 700s, 750s. Lots of them. A lot of those are quite cool. Vans Old Schools and Vans Slip-Ons. They're pretty honourable mentions because it's Vans. I've liked Vans a long time. Fila Stompers. Shout out to the Fila Stompers, am I right? No?
I guess you are right, yeah.
You don't fucking care about shoes at all, do you?
I buy like £20 shoes from like the shoe shop. It will be called the shoe shop.
Tease me, bitch. Are you done? We'll take 2 more beers, please. Woman, all right?
Moretti this time. Please.
No, let's finish off the code breaks first.
I'd rather you.
You're a
have the rest.
fucking idiot, you.
Who keeps an AK-47 behind the fridge?
Why did you, like, shove the fridge into it? Are we going to have a break from the code breakers to go to Moretti? Is that what we're... Finish that off, then.
I
don't
can't.
like those ones.
Right, anyway, sorry for that interruption. Have you still got your bottle opener? Right, anyway, sorry. Some other honourable mentions are New Balance 990 and the New Balance 550. Also, the Nike Dunk High and the Converse Chuck Taylor All-Star Classic Converse. So those are my honourable mentions. Those are pretty cool. Tweet at Tweets Badly if you want to know any further on those. I fully understand if you don't. Even, to be honest, I don't. Anyway, so, are we ready? In at number 5 of my top 5 favourite shoes of all time, it's a model of shoe that I wore today. It's the Air Jordan 4.
Whoa!
So this is a cool shoe. It's one of the most popular Jordan models. I think the most popular is the Jordan 1, but then Jordan 4 is probably the next popular one. I'm just going to get up the Jordan 4 Wikipedia on here. Bear with me.
Now, Michael Jordan was the guy from Space Jam.
He was.
Yeah.
He was. Have you seen Space Jam?
I've seen the first one, yeah. I haven't seen the second one. I know that Rick and Morty's in it.
So, Air Jordan 4 was released in 1989, designed by Tinker Hatfield. He was the kind of original Jordan 1. He wanted to get further into performance, so rather than... so he did that. It was the first in line that had an over-molded mesh. The reason for this is the consumer would think the shoe was made cheap, so what Tinker did was dip the mesh in soft plastic and blew air through it, clear out the plastic in between. Very clever. It just looks cool. It's a basketball sneaker, and it looks like a skate sneaker, and I like it. It looks cool. It's got some cool history. It's one of the most popular Jordan models that, and Jordan shoes have kind of a part of. Anyway, that's number 5. Number 4 is the Air Force 1 Low. I don't like the highs.
Now, and correct me if I'm wrong for saying this, but the Air Force are the ones that the black people really like.
That one's not even a joke. That was just shit.
True.
That wasn't even funny.
When a
No.
black person says that somebody's cool or something, they say they've got black Air Force activity. That's what they say.
No.
That is what they say.
No.
That's what they say.
They don't. You've got that meme completely wrong. You've got that meme completely wrong.
That's what they say.
No.
That's what they say.
No, some people do say that, but that's not what that meme is at all. I've literally even put an example of that meme on the screen. The idea is if you wear all black Air Force Ones, then you're a wrong'un. Like you're like Robbie Rotten. No, you're like.
Now I want to wear them.
No, you're like. No, well, it'd suit you. It's like if you wear all black Air Force Ones, you're probably a school shooter. It's like that sort of vibe.
Right. Okay.
I do see that from an outsider. I do see that. I'm always a bit sus of someone wearing all black Air Force.
Yeah, exactly. It's like. Don't know about that.
Do you think if somebody's wearing black Air Force Ones, they're going to shoot up school?
Yeah.
No,
all black. All black.
Really?
It has to be all black. If
Right,
it's got like a white accent to it, you can get away with it. But all black Air Force Ones.
I get what you're saying. So the whites get away with it.
No, it's bad. Look, so and I've put the all. What's weird is the all white Air Force Ones are extremely popular.
Exactly.
Oh
so
God!
So the thing is, you're seeing these black Air Forces walk into these schools, and you're immediately judging them and thinking that they're carrying a gun on them. You see the white Air Forces, you're like, yes, have free healthcare.
Oh my
have
God.
all of the special jobs.
I think we've discovered something
It actually is some sort of weird
I think
metaphor
we've
for it.
discovered something here.
Oh my God.
You don't get to live in a poor income neighborhood if you're a white Air Force. If you're a black Air Force, you have to live in a ghetto.
Fuck. I should have never brought this up, should I?
I?
Anyway, the Travis Scott Air Force ones. Fuck, that's controversial too. His fans died. No. Okay.
Skip off the slide. Skip off the slide.
And he was wearing the white Air Force activities ones.
I don't know.
Because he was wearing the white ones, and that makes sense that he got away with a major.
Look, listen, I'm gonna just move on from you onto the other picture of a really cool Air Force One on this slide I've got, which is the off-white Volt Air Force ones. Oh fuck, their designer died of cancer recently.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's green, because green means ill. So. You're infected with cancer.
Sorry, it's actually bright yellow.
If there's any time you're gonna get cancelled, it's now.
Air Force One.
Triple threat.
Weirdly, probably not. Actually, it's probably been worse. Look, Air Force One. It's a classic look of a shoe. It's clunky. It's fun. I like it. A lot of cool designs. It's a lot more popular in Europe than it is in America, and especially compared to other Jordans. Moving on from that somber note. Number 3 is my white scruff Vans.
These are just your ones.
Yeah, I know.
Are they not just white leather Vans old school?
No.
Really?
No. There's something like, they're called like 77s or something like that. But I've been wearing these shoes for years, right? They're white, they're scruffy, they're my white scruff Vans, okay? They're close to a classic old school Vans, but a classic old school Van is kind of like suede, and these are leather, and the panelling's a little bit different as well. And it just looks that bit cooler than an old school Van, and I love it. I've always loved how this shoe just looks. It's a proper skate-looking shoe, and I've asked everywhere to try and figure out what model. Jasmine's even looking it up now. You're not going to be able to find it, I can promise you. I've emailed Vans directly. I've asked them specifically, can you tell me what this shoe is? Here's what the number is on the inside of it. Here's some pictures of it. Here's what it looks like. I bought it in this sort of year. It was in your outlet section of your website. I've told them all of that. They can't figure it out what it is. No one knows what it is.
No, we can't tell you that. We can tell you the meaning of life. And you went, oh, fuck off then. And I went, no, wait, no.
But I love them, and I would love to be able to get a new pair of these and just like kind of keep. I would wear my scruffy ones still, and I'd keep a new pair to like, because these are the first time I ever got excited about wearing a shoe, and which kind of sounds a bit weird and sad when I think about it. But yeah, so my white scruff Vans. I don't know what model they are. They're my 3rd favourite ever. Anyway, are we ready for my number 2? It's getting exciting now.
Yeah. Go on, do it.
Go on, I know you're excited. Do you want to jerk your cock a bit about it?
That is the meaning of life. So.
Jordan 1, I'm going to put
Whoa!
mids and highs. This is the most popular shoe, basically. And it's my 2nd favourite of all time. It's classic. It's the one. It's the Michael Jordan one. It's the one that everyone likes. It's the one that, like, if you want to make a hype shoe, you make a Jordan 1, basically. I mean, you can, there's other models that will get hype, but, like, not the same as a Jordan 1. The highest resale shoes in the world tend to be Jordan 1s, I think, and they're just cool. They're great. What I find really lucky about this, if you're into shoes, you'll know what I mean. There's a pair I've put on this kind of slideshow that I've been presenting, that's a Chicago Jordan 1 mid, and that's the first pair of Jordan 1s I ever owned. And at the time, I didn't realise that the Chicago colorway was so kind of like iconic. And that was my first ever Jordan, which think's pretty cool. They just look they look great. The classic, got the most history. What you gonna do when they come for you? Anyway, right, my number 1 of all time, my favourite shoe silhouette of all time. Do you have a guess, Judd?
I've already forgot what the first one was.
I've already forgot what shoes are.
Yeah, I don't even know what shoes are. I'm not even around shoes.
Well, neither am I.
So
you have famously not worn shoes to the movies before.
Don't like them. I'm gonna do it today. Actually, I'm gonna see if Dad notices.
Do you have a guess? The
I
microphone.
thought it would have been that.
So, what do you think? Do you have another guess then? What do you think it could be?
Well, no, because you covered the obvious one.
There is a particularly hype type of shoe that I've not said.
Crocs.
Just throws in the fucking Crocs. It's not Crocs. I could have memed it though with the Crocs, couldn't I? No, it is Nike SB Dunks.
When you were doing the Jordans, I was thinking, no, he's not mentioned the Dunks, but I didn't think you would have put them first.
The Dunks!
Look, right, when you do your Warhammer shit, you're going to mention from the planet Rimler, and I'm going to go, yes, of course.
He's my number 3 pick, actually. He's fucking sick.
So you have to pretend that you're interested. This is the whole point. Everyone has to. The whole point of this is you all have to pretend you're interested,
I am
okay?
I am interested.
Some examples of dunks here. I thought you'd like some of these, right? Freddy Krueger-themed dunks?
I don't like any of
no?
those.
Freddy Krueger-themed?
I don't.
You love Freddy Krueger, no? This one's themed after a Jedi?
Is that Butterfingers?
How is that themed after a Jedi?
Because it's got like the cloak and the neon lightsaber and that's their Jedi dunks. They're very old, right? This one, right, is themed after. I know this is on a podcast, but there's one.
SpongeBob.
No, the Newcastle Brown Ale. It's a beer. It's a beer shoe. It's themed after.
Is that Heineken?
Yes, Heineken.
How did you get Heineken from that? What are you talking about?
Look, it's got the Heineken. It's the Heineken star.
Oh, okay, no,
yeah.
that one's. I'll give you that one. I didn't see that. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, so okay. Nike made that, and we're going to release it, and Heineken were like, excuse me? So, whereas Newcastle Brown allowed them to do that.
I'm a bit shocked that you put this as first, and I thought you would put second and first. But...
Well, I like skate-looking shoes more than basketball-looking shoes by a little bit. It just fits kind of my vibe a little bit more. Another set of ones I like, PlayStation 1 themed dunks. There's 5 of them in the world. They're worth like 20 grand or something stupid like that. Like that?
I like that one.
I've got a pair of those. That's why I put them on there. I've got a pair of both of those too.
They're nice.
There you go. That's that. They're Cactus Jack. That's actually Travis Scott ones, so you're not allowed to like those anymore.
Oh, God damn it.
So there you go. Anyway, that's my top 5 favourite shoe models. I hope you found that interesting. I know you probably didn't, but fine. Fuck you all then. I'll just like my shoes and you can all fuck off.
I'm looking forward to telling you about Astra Bale Thect next week.
I'll probably enjoy your top 5 of that more than you enjoying my top 5 of shoes and stuff like that. Being as we've got a good we could go for another we could go for another 10 minutes as you both despaired at me doing that. Do we have any matching tattoo ideas? Because you've agreed to get another matching tattoo, Judd. What sort of thing do you think? Because do you know what I was thinking? And you're not gonna like this idea. I was thinking we could have the Streams Badly logo. It's a pretty cool logo.
Show me it.
I'll get it up for you. Do you have an issue with the Streams Badly logo?
What happens when you rebrand?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, because it was our, first logo, I guess, so... I don't think that's too bad.
If it's the one I think it is, I don't think...
So it's essentially the kind of... If you're watching on Twitch, I don't know, it'd be hard to... It's kind of that skull, if you know what that is.
Not that one. If you minimize that or go off it or something, I was thinking of meaning whatever the fuck this
Oh,
thing
you
is.
mean the first ever one we had, the kind of pixel art skull. Pixel art tattoos don't look great. Because your body is very kind of contoured and tattoos kind of move with how you move and things like that. So I don't think pixel art looks great.
Could you not get it as an outline? Full outline?
Well, that'd probably look even worse, to be honest, because it's still pixelated, but it's just lines.
Why don't we get a full back tattoo of I'll get Jinx and you get Vi from Hit Show Arcane. That.
I want Jinx. I have Jinx and you have Vi. Just close your ears a second. But Jinx is the hot one, right? She is old enough to be hot? I don't even know.
She's the one who at the start of the next season you wanted to have a scene where she looks directly at the camera and go, by the way, I'm 21.
God. So not our school Streams Badly logo then.
No.
What else do you think? What else kind of is a kind of good reference embodiment to us? Because one of the things I said, what do you think about this, Jasmine? So on screen right now, if you're watching the video version of this, you can see some different drawings of me and Judd, one of them of which Judd looks like a goblin and I look a bit like a rat man. There's a kind of a photo that we use for the headers of a lot of stuff that someone drew for us. So what do you think about like Judd getting my drawn head and then I get Judd's drawn head on somewhere?
I'd like my goblin one. I'd prefer my goblin one on me if I was being.
You want to have yourself tattooed on you?
Yeah. I think that's the meaning of life.
It's
to be
better
honest.
than having you as a rat man tattooed on himself.
There's two different people in there. Someone who wants to have themselves on them forever, and someone who wants to have someone they care about on them forever.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, but it's not just me. It's me depicted as a goblin, though. So.
Okay. What's some other ideas?
I could just get a goblin in general. This could just be for me. I might just get like
separate to the.
Yeah, I might just get some sort of goblin-esque creature drawn on my body somewhere.
We could. You know what we should have done to avoid all of this? Back in the day when they asked us to go and just tattoo of us, we should have just fucking gone on it, shouldn't we?
Should.
Fuck. What would you? So if you don't know what Just Tattoo of Us is, it's a show where two people who know each other might be friends, they might be siblings, they might be parent and daughter. I don't know. They go on it together and they each pick a tattoo for each other to have. They pick the location and what it is. And the person, each of them get a tattoo and they don't know what it is until it's revealed after it's done. And often the kind of point is it's to create drama. And they each stitch each other up as they... That's how they phrase it in the whole show. And when we were drunk on our way to a night out, it weren't even on the way back from a night out, I filled in a form to apply for that show, and we got almost begged to go on it.
Yeah, they wanted us on. They really wanted us on.
Yeah, they and when I say almost begged, they sent us 2 emails and called me twice. Now, that doesn't sound like that much, but for someone who's like producing a TV show, if you didn't respond, they'd think, right, I'll just move on to the next person. Not they would, wouldn't they, normally? So the fact that they were eager enough to email us and call us multiple times makes me think they really wanted us on that show. But
they probably don't get many applicants.
No, maybe not. My question to you is, I think I've asked you this before, but it's worth kind of like saying all the time, is what would you have...
No idea. I've honestly no idea. I don't know what I'd... Because I feel like the stuff that'd get to you would be so stuff that'd be so niche that nobody in the world would fucking get it. Like, you told me that one time that you had some sort of weird fantasy when you went to bed when you were younger, where you used to wrap yourself up in like a ball, like in some sort of weird Eskimo thing, and then you also used to have fantasies that you were protecting your grandmother from the wildlife in like some sort of Arctic it's just bizarre. It's just bizarre, and I'd want like a tattoo of you like nestled in a ball, like outside of an igloo with like a shotgun, and you're like protecting a dying grandmother. But then people would see it and they'd be like, what the fuck is that? And then I'd have to explain it.
The thing is, they would probably love that on the show. They would. For me, the kind of biggest idea I'd had, I didn't think about it that much, was that I'd just get like a QR code that linked to our Twitch channel or something on you.
Yeah.
Just to advertise so people could scan it. I think that'd be funny. I don't know. Just like, it's just some advertising, isn't it?
What, back of the neck?
I don't know. I guess I would have said, I'd try to think of the place that I think I'd have got it on your bum.
Yeah.
On your butt cheek, a QR code linking to our like social links, all of this sort of stuff for like this. And when they explained like why did you get it there, I'd have said, well, that's probably where most people look when they're bumming him. It's like so,
That's fair.
Yeah. I don't know. What other ideas have we got? What else could we do? No?
I am really thinking. I don't...
We could... I don't know. I don't think a microphone's good enough, because I know this is like something that we do a lot of, and I guess a microphone makes sense in the context of a podcast like this. But I don't know, it's a bit too general, isn't it? Like, I would probably get a microphone on myself just anyway because of music and all sorts of other reasons. Maybe we should do something very iconic, and both get a tattoo to do with that.
Why don't we get a tattoo of like a rat, like an actual rat, and he's got earphones in and he's listening to something on a little laptop, and it's our logo is on the laptop, so it's like this rat creature podcast.
I don't mind that idea.
Yeah.
Where would we get that? Like, see, it'd have to be quite big to get all that in.
I don't know, like thigh, not thigh,
Calf.
calf, yeah.
I think it'd have to be thigh, you know, like there.
Yeah, like a rat sort of sat down and it's got earphones in and it's listening to our podcast.
Can you imagine going to a tattoo studio and saying, "Look, right, this is what we need." I don't know. If you've got any suggestions, tweet at tweetsbadly and let us know.
Or a cockroach listening to our.
A cockroach, maybe. I don't know what's better. Yeah, tweet at tweetsbadly and let us know. But that's been a podcast. What to do? Judd's 23. Tweet at tweetsbadly and wish him happy birthday. Or just tell him he's a cunt. I don't fucking care.
That's fair.
Anyway, that's that. What you got to say, you two? Finish it off. Go on.
Don't search for the meaning of life from people who are dead, because they haven't got any opinion on the matter. It doesn't make any sense, to be honest.
What's your final words?
Bye.
What a fucking boring ending. Anyway.